How's it going, guys? Megatrooper19 here, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. I've had an idea for kind of a series in my head for the last couple of days, and what I really want to do is pretty much just give my first impressions of games and just what I think about them. I only want to do this after playing a game for maybe an hour or two, depending upon the game and what type it is. But the first game that I've chosen for doing this is PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I bought this game actually a couple of weeks ago, and I just got to playing it last night. It's been out for a while. It's on the PlayStation 3 and the Vita. And to be completely honest, when this game was first announced a while back, I immediately had I was one of those people who was immediately pointing at it and saying that is the biggest blatant ripoff of Super Smash Brothers I've ever seen. And I've been a big Super Smash Brothers fan since it first came out back on the 64, and I've been played a lot of Super Smash Bros. Melee, not so much of Brawl. It kind of let me down a little bit, but I just, when I saw this game, I was just like, I wasn't that into it, and I didn't even see myself buying it. I was like, no, I can't support that. That's just, like I said, that is an absolute blatant ripoff. I shouldn't even waste my time on that. And then as it started going along, I was like, well, that's a real interesting idea. Like, I can think back to when Super Smash Brothers was out. I was thinking, what if Sony made something like this? Like, who would all the people be? And it just, that Sony has so many franchises, especially newer ones that appeal to people. And the more and more I thought about it, that's I should give this game a fair shot. So I did. I really opened up my mind to it, especially after seeing a lot of the people that were in it. Just really blew me away. Like seeing Jack and Ratchet and Sly Cooper, people from the PlayStation 2 days that I absolutely love. They brought people from the PlayStation days like Parappa the Rappa and the Spike from Ape Escape, and just some of the people that they brought in this was like it really brought me in. And they added a lot of people from their newer franchises like Nathan Drake from Uncharted and Kratos from God of War, just people like that. And I was like, that's really interesting. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna give it a chance. And this was the first game that made me want to do this whole first impressions about it. So I guess enough of that little backstory. I should really just give my first impressions. I think it's really good. I haven't played, like I said, a lot of it. The video that I'm gonna put up alongside this, I admit I'm playing on the second hardest difficulty, which is, I believe it's called Legend. There's a level above it which is All-Star, and to be completely honest, I tried playing on All-Star. I believe I was playing as the Big Daddy from BioShock, and I absolutely got my ass kicked. It's I can play on Legend and tear things up, be really good, but you put me in All-Star. I mean, it might have just been the person I was playing as. It's the first time I was playing as him, but I got into these 4-player free-for-alls, and I couldn't kill anything to save my life. Felt like I was so slow and everything, but I was an absolute just powerhouse. And I think that's one of the things that I'm not too big of a fan of, like at this moment, is the learning, like the learning curve. There's such a bump up from Legend to All-Star that it almost feels like it's too much. Like I said, I can play on Legend and be really good, but you stick me in All-Star and I'm just a chump. I can't even do that good. But like I said, it might have been the person that I was playing as, or just I was having a bit of a off stretch and not getting the best of matchups, which is another thing that I really like about this game. The characters, they're so diverse, and each character feels feels different. Like, no two characters feel the same. It kind of felt that way with Super Smash, but in this game, it's just each character has their strengths, their weaknesses, their own weapon sets, which is really, really cool. I've played so far as, let's see, I played as Raiden, as you can see in this little video footage. I played as Kratos from God of War, and I played as Sly from Sly Cooper, and all three of those characters, I played as the Big Daddy too. I forgot about that. I didn't do, like I said, very well with that, but it's really cool to see how each character has their own movesets based off of them. Like Kratos, he'll use a lot of his weapons from the God of War series. Sly uses a lot of the gadgets and abilities that he learns in his games. The Big Daddy he used a lot of plasmids and a lot of just pure brute strength. He used his drill for a lot of his attacks, which is really cool. And yeah, it's just really cool to see how each character has their own unique weapons or moveset and they incorporate so many of their different weapons and gadgets and abilities and whatnot from all their different games. And I really like that. It was really interesting. That was something that I was kind of worried about when the game was coming out, that maybe nobody was gonna feel diverse, or I wasn't really gonna grasp onto anybody. And I still haven't grasped onto anybody too well. I had a real soft spot for Sly Cooper because the Sly series is a series that I really, really like, and I've been a big fan of it since I started playing it. And I gave him first shot, and I admit he was a lot of fun to play as. I thought he was going to play a lot like Fox from Super Smash Bros., but he's a lot more different. But it's good. And I like playing as Kratos too. He is an absolute stud in this game. He has so much mid-range and so many attacks that just feel so crisp, and like they were built for this game. Like it was a lot of fun to play as him, and it was fun to play as Raiden too. He is like a combo machine. When you get up in front of him, he will just tear your face off. He is a lot of fun to play as. And yeah, I think that's really it about the characters. There's like I said, there's a wide variety of characters. There's some characters that kind of fell into it that I didn't even really, I guess, think of. People that I completely forgot about, like Naruto from Heavenly Sword. I forgot all about I can't even think of what his name is off the top of my head, but he's from Medieval, the skeleton guy. I can't remember. I never played Medieval growing up, so I don't really know. They had Heihachi from Tekken, which I've never been a big fan of actual fighters, like Street Fighter, Tekken, Virtua Fighter, stuff like that. I've never been a big fan of him. So when I saw that he was in here, I was just kind of like, maybe I'll give him a shot someday, but that's nothing to not too, eager to play as him. Something else that really appeals to me about this game, there's not a lot of things about this game that I don't like. Maybe the learning curve is really the only thing that kind of turned me off a little bit. But like I said, I've only been playing for maybe 2 hours. I played for an hour last night, and I was just playing for an hour today. So, like I said, there's not a lot that I don't like. Something that I really like though is the levels. I absolutely love the levels, the stages in this game. They are absolutely amazing. Like, I would find myself in the middle of a fight, and I would just kind of stop and stare at all the stuff that goes on in the background, because one level, it doesn't stay the same through the entire game, or through the entire fight. It's constantly changing. I can think of levels where you're playing in the Parappa the Rappa dojo, and then after a minute or so, all the walls get knocked down, and then you just see this giant robot in the background just destroying the town. It's shooting rockets in the stage, and you got to avoid them, and it's really cool. I like I just liked all the diversity of the levels and just how everything's so just different. And it was, like I said, I would just kind of stop and I would just stare at everything and just kind of soak it all in. I'm like, you know, this is really, really cool. I kind of wish that more Super Smash Brothers would have tried to change up the levels and make them a little bit more appealing. There were some, but not too many. Every level on this game, something's going on, something's changing, you know, whatnot. Whether sometimes in some of the levels, like the gravity will just kick off, you'll be floating around in the air, and other times there'll be monsters in the background, like swinging into the foreground and messing you up. And it's really, really cool, and you gotta be on your toes and whatnot. And I really, really like that. There's not, I don't think there was too much along the lines of like items or anything that like stood out to me. Like I thought some of them were cool. I've only played so far the arcade, which essentially what it is you choose a character to play as, and they kind of have their own little scenario that they're trying to complete. Like Sly Cooper is attempting to recover these pages that are supposed to like lead him on this big heist. And what that also incorporates into the game that I really, really like is the rivals. Every character essentially has a person that is like them in a certain way, and they're both trying to accomplish their own goals, and they meet up at the end. They have like a rival clash. The only ones I've seen actually played, I've watched the intro and it shows a couple of the rivals, but I've played as Raiden. His rival is Cole McGrath from Infamous, and their fight is they've got their reasons for fighting. I'm not really gonna go into that. And I've seen Sly Cooper and Nathan Drake, which makes a lot of sense because they're both thieves. And well, Nathan Drake's a treasure hunter. He's not a thief, but I liked their little squabble they have. It's really cool to see these two characters from completely different franchises, from completely different sometimes genres of games, and just see them for that brief moment interacting with one another. I really like seeing Kratos' rival is Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal, and their little banter that they had between one another before their fight I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, some of the other rivals that I've seen are Ratchet and Clank are rivals with Jak and Daxter, which makes a lot of sense. Let's see, Dante, the new Dante, who I like. I mean, I play DMC, and I like him. I'm just gonna throw that out there. He is rivals with Naruto from Heavenly Blade, or Heavenly Sword. Yeah. The one that kind of threw me off, I haven't seen all of them. Like I said, I think the two that have thrown me off are Fat Princess from Fat Princess is rivals with Evil Cole from Infamous, and that's kind of, it's different. And the other one that really threw me off was the Big Daddy from BioShock is rivals with Sackboy from Little Planet. And I was watching them fight, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious just to see the two of them going at it, because it's such a contrast or just a difference in abilities and size and whatnot. And the other one that I just saw was that guy from Medieval. It's Prince I don't know. I can't think of what his name is off the top of my head. I'm sorry. He is rivals with, I think his name's Radic from Killzone. I don't know. I haven't really played a lot of Killzone. I played the first one, but I wasn't too thrilled about that. But the other ones, they make a lot more sense. They've got Parappa the Rappa and Spike from Ape Escape. They're rivals, and I've mentioned a bunch of the other ones, so that's all well and cool. And there's I don't know. There's not a whole lot else I can say about this. Like I said, I've only played the arcade, and from what I've seen of it, it's really, really cool. I like playing as, you know, the different characters and just seeing them interact, and or not really interact. Just I just like playing the arcades. It's a lot of fun. Each character, I didn't mention this, has their own, what do they call it? A super bar, which you might think of it being like from Street Fighter or something. I don't know, like I said, I haven't played a lot of Street Fighter, but each character has their own special, and as you go throughout the battle, when you hit people, your bar will fill up, and it'll enable you to do specials. And in the arcade, that's the only way that you can beat people, is by hitting them successfully with your special. And each character has their own specials. They've got a level 1, a level 2, and a level 3, and they gradually get better and better as you go up. Their first level is usually a more of like an area effect, or just a real close quarters attack, from the ones that I've seen. And once they get up to their level 3, it's all out just craziness. Like Kratos he grows in size and he starts running around with I think it's the Sword of Zeus. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played God of War, but it's more of like a super powered, where they just gain invincibility for a while and pretty much just go and clean house. And it's a lot. I like those. Those are really, really cool. Like I said, there's not a lot of bad things that I've found about this game. It's different from Super Smash, which is what's really, really pulling me into it. I just like the difference of it. It just feels different. It plays different. I haven't gotten into the online. There's actual online. There's tournaments and whatnot that you can get into. I haven't done any of those. I don't plan on doing any of those, but I haven't done any of the verses either. But maybe I'll do some videos of that. Maybe I'll do some videos of me playing the arcade modes, because like I said, they're a lot of fun, and I would like to. This is one of those games that I would like to play a lot more of and progressively get better at it. Like maybe start picking a single character. There's my dog sneezing. I thought I was gonna make it a whole entire video without her making any noise, but never mind. But I would like to maybe pick a single character, get good with them, and then, you know, start to work up into that maybe all-star range, and be able to beat those, because I really like this game. I gave it a chance, and it hasn't failed to impress me yet. It's a lot of fun, and if you're one of those people that's kind of, I guess, on the fence about playing it, you know, maybe if you're a big Super Smash Brothers fan and you have a PlayStation 3, but you're kind of looking at it like, you know, it's such a rip-off, and yeah, I can't even give it any of that. Just give it a chance. It's really good. I mean, what else are you gonna be? Even if you do have a PlayStation 3, what else are you gonna be playing on? I'm being honest. Maybe Ni no Kuni, which, oh my god, it looks really good. I plan on doing a first impressions game of that. I just bought that today. That's my other one. I wanted to do a first impressions of DMC, but my computer was acting up on the day I planned to do it, and I just ended up playing the shit out of DMC because it's really good. That's another thing I'm gonna say. If you haven't played DMC yet, go and play it. It's really good. It's a lot of fun. But back to this. Yeah, it's good. I can't really find a whole lot to knock on it about. I like that it's, like I said, I like that it's different. It's a lot of fun to see. Just it makes you want to play. I honestly want to play as every single character and just sort of, you know, see their different moves and and find out like what their strengths and weaknesses are, and maybe, you know, actually really give this game more chances and play some online. I don't know. It's a lot of fun though. I just want to say that out there. I definitely give it 2 thumbs up. Give it a chance if you haven't already. It's good. That's all I can say about it. But yeah, I'm gonna end this here. I've been babbling a little bit too much, and yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is just my first impressions of this game. Like I said, I'd like to do more of these in the future if I can find some games that I'd like to give my first impressions on. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. It's been Mega Trooper 19, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.